Hello, so in this video I'll be using PostgreSQL to show how you can use simple SQL functions to analyze data. The software we're using here is the PgAdmin 4, and then I already have my database imported into the PgAdmin. I'm using the dvdrental database, and then we'll be answering a couple of questions showing how you can use simple SQL functions to answer or to analyze your data. The first question here shows because we already have, I think it would be better to show this first. We already have different tables, and in each of the tables we have different data that we can get information for regarding the database. And then with the information in this table, we'll be using various SQL functions to analyze the data. So the first function shows or asks rather how many payment transactions were greater than $5. The first thing you have to do is to figure out, okay, which table contains the information regarding payments or regarding amounts. And then what we want to do is to look through the table. You might need to run a code to check out the information in each table first, and then you'll be able to pick out the info, the right table that you want. So because I already run my codes and I already know the table to pick, the table we're going to be using is the payments table. And then once we use select asterisk from payments, we can easily pick out all the information from the payments table, which is what we have here. Then the next step is to find out, okay, what information do we need from the table. And the information we need from the table is the amount section, which shows the prices, the amount of that each customer paid for the rental or for the purchase that they made. And then once we run select amount, so we're only going to be picking the amount column from the table from payments where amount greater than 5. Now the reason we are putting where amount greater than 5 is because we are picking just the amounts that are greater than 5, because the question asks how many payment transactions were greater than $5. So once we run this syntax, we will see that the table will shorten into just the rows, just the number of rows. If we check the number of rows now, we have just 1000 rows, whereas from the first run we have from the first run we have 14,596 rows, and then for the second run we have, okay, why is it taking so much time? And then sorry about that. And then for the second one we have 3618 rows. So we can see it has shortened the number of rows in our table to just 3618 rows, picking only the amounts that are greater than $5. And then because the question asks how many payment transactions, so it wants to know the number of rows. So we can easily see here that the number of rows is 3618, but we want the output section to show the 3618 and not just list it out. So what we want to do now is we're going to count the number of rows within the table, and then to count the number of rows you're going to use the function count. So you use select count amount, so you're counting the rows of the amount column from the payment table where the amount is greater than 5. So by the time we run this syntax, we'll see that it's going to give us the total number of rows, which is the count, which is the total number of transactions greater than $5. And then if you want to give the table a name so it just doesn't bring out count, so you can use the as function, and then you can just put as, we're going to use it as transactions greater than 5, or so we just put let's use amount underscore greater than 5. Sorry about that, amount greater than 5. And then if we do run this, the name of the table will be, yes, amount greater than $5. So and that's how you use the functions within this this question. And then we can also check out the second question. Now the second question says how many actors have a first name that starts with them. What we're trying to do is to look for the table that contains the actor names. So we go to the select actor, select asterisk from actor, giving us all the information about the actor table. We can see the actor ID, the first name, their last name, and then the last update, the timestamp when the information was imputed. And then so because we are looking for first name of the actors that starts with the letter P, so what we really need to take note of is how to use this function here. That's the percentage sign, which helps us to pick a sequence in within the database. So what we're going to use now is now we're going to use select star from asterisk from actor, where first name like P percentage sign. Now what this means is it's going to, we're looking for any first name that starts with P and anything follows. So probably it's 2 words or 3 words or 4 letter word, it doesn't matter, but it has to start with P. And if we run this, it's going to give us all the first name actors that start with P, and then we'll see that the first name changing. Yeah, so we only have Penelope, Parker, Penelope, but the last name is not of concern to us. And then because we're trying to look for the total number, so how many actors have a first name that starts with the letter P, so we want to get the total number, and then we can easily see that the total number of rows is 5, so our answer should be 5. So we just want to count first name, that's the column of the first name, from actor, where first name like P percentage sign, and then by the time we do run this, we can see that it's going to give us 5 once again. And then also if you want to change the count, you can always use as to rename your column, and then to give you the name of the table that you do want for that column. So I do hope you've learned something today, and see you in the next video.